folks, and welcome back to our channel. We're the Helenas and this is How Rare. If you want to know more, make sure you check out our YouTube journey. As you all know, one of the main things we wanted to do on this page is recognize the people in our community that bring in so much positivity and so much light to this society. But obviously we have not been able to do that as much because of the whole COVID situation that's going on. But recently I met this confident, beautiful queen that will introduce herself. Not only does she look like a model, dress like a model, but she also poses like one. But aside from her looks, what really drew my attention towards her is her ambition towards her new startup company called You Are Someone Special, aka Y.A.S.S. Her and her team focus on talking about topics that we as women beat around the bush, or we know it exists but we don't know how to go about solving it, or simply because we're in denial. But I don't want to say too much and give it away because I've asked Tiana Benoit, the CEO of Y.A.S.S herself, to make a sense of it all and also give us a scoop on how to be part of her queendom. So stay tuned.
Hi Queens, my name is Tiana Benoit and I'm the CEO and founder of You Are Someone Special. I just want to say how ecstatic I am for being given the opportunity by How Rare to have Y.A.S.S a part of their segment for today. I am even more excited because this is my first interview. So let's just get started. You guys gave me a couple questions, so here we go. What is the mission for Y.A.S.S Queens? So to just backtrack a little bit, our company overall is called You Are Someone Special. Our first division is called Y.A.S.S Queen, You Are Someone Special Queen. This division's mission is to close the 13+ woman-to-woman relationship gap by dismantling internalized misogyny. If you don't know what internalized misogyny is, it is the belief that women internalize misogynistic stereotypes, ideas, concepts that are portrayed out in society, and they then inflict them upon themselves or inflict them upon other women. So we wanted to help better that situation and ultimately help eliminate envy, bias, unhealthy competition amongst women, and create an authentic sisterhood for women. Next question is, what inspired me to start this company? So that is a long story, but to make a long story short, I didn't have a lot of women friends growing up. I felt that I was always giving 110% when I was engaged in friendships with other women, and I wasn't getting it back. I was also bullied from 6th through 11th grade by girls, and it just didn't work out for me. More than half of my friends ended up being guys, and I just didn't really see hope for me with gaining authentic girl-women relationships. But then I got to college, and I ended up getting my first ever female best friend by us both dating the same guy unknowingly. And I know that's a crazy situation. You don't hear that every day, but we became best friends, and it was an interesting situation. And after analyzing how our relationship came to be, I started realizing that there were 3 main things that I saw that women needed to overcome in order to have better relationships with each other, and that was the envy, the bias, and the unhealthy competition. And after doing more research, I found out about this topic called internalized misogyny, which a lot of women did not know about, and I didn't know that affected me. So I wanted to be able to help other women know about this topic, help other women be free of these misogynistic stereotypes and ideas, and just to help women to be able to have real relationships with each other. I also started it because I had a lot of friends who were in sororities and stuff like that, and just other women in general who they either agreed with what I was talking about how they've seen women act with one another and how they would like for themselves and for other women to be better to each other. And then I had others who, like I said, were in sororities and stuff, and they told me that they didn't feel the sisterhood that they were expecting and wanting to have going into sorority. They weren't getting it. And so I decided, why not create something where women of every walk of life can come and can feel one, can band together on the mere fact that they are all women, and to create a place where women can actually try to get to learn one another, understand each other's differences, accept each other's differences, love each other for them, and actually be there for each other. So that was a long answer, but yeah, that's the gist. If you want more about the whole me and my best friend situation, we can talk about that another time. What inspired me to start? Oh, I just did that one. Okay. Explain the Queen Division. Okay, so I think I kind of did this, but the Queen Division is all queens, all women, walk of life. We decided to call it queens because I'm really heavy on royalty. I believe that each and every person is royal. I've come to this decision because I am Christian. I believe that God is king and that he makes each and every one of us uniquely special, and loves us all uniquely special. And that if he's king, then I'm royalty. And so I kind of wanted to impart that onto other people, and I kind of wanted women to feel as though that they are royalty because they are. So I wanted that to be a constant reminder. So we're really heavy on royalty here at Y.A.S.S. We're really big on queens and the queendom. So basically, yeah, the queen division is just made up of all queens who are trying to do better as queens. When you join the queendom, it's not a situation where you are here and I know everything. That's not how that works. Me and my team are constantly growing, constantly learning, constantly becoming ever more free by learning different topics that relate to internalized misogyny and the ways that we work. So we just impart our wisdom upon you, our information, and we bring in other professionals to talk about the topics that we're talking about. And it's really what we call it is queens learning how to be better together. So I'm learning, you're learning, we're all learning, and we leave competition, all that jazz at the door. And so it's a concept that we can't wait to see more people join. We actually finally hit 100, I think we're at like 102, maybe 101. We finally hit 100 followers this week on Instagram, so we're really excited to see our queendom grow. But that's really the queen division. How do we plan on informing, educating, and reforming? Well, that is through our programs and events. I can't get into complete particulars about how specifically we will do each and every one of those things because we're waiting on getting our programs finalized with our research and development team. But we plan on working with businesses, schools, and just having not free to the public, but public events like Queendom, vacations / retreats, Queendom events. So if you could think about any and everything, it would happen here. We'd have spa days, we'd have workshops, we'd have there's so many different things that we're putting into play for this stuff, but they would be set on pillars that we're currently constructing, where you'll learn about the past, the present, and the future of where we would like women to be, and understanding the different aspects that play in, and how internalized misogyny is a huge player in the way that we deal with one another. So that's really how we plan on informing and educating and reforming. We call it inform, educate, and reform because we know that there's going to be a group of people that we're just going to inform on this topic, because they're not going to necessarily want to really hear us out, or yeah, for whatever reason it may be because potentially we are holding up a broken mirror to women and saying, hey guys, we kind of have a problem. And not everybody's gonna like that. Not everybody's gonna want to listen to me because of what I look like, and me being a woman and all this other stuff, and who, whatever the reason may be, didn't like me in high school, I don't know, but they're just not gonna like me. So we want to inform those people so that they can't say that they never heard it before. They passed by our page, they came to an event, they did something, they heard what we were talking about, and they can't say that they didn't hear that before. Educating is those groups of people who've been informed, who actually want to learn more, and sometimes educating them is where they'll stop. They'll receive the education, and they might move forward, and do more with it, but they might not. But we apply that education, we give that education to everyone. So you'll be going through different programs and different things, and seeing different people, talking to different women, having those interactions, and learning more about women and their relationships with other women, and then reforming. We really believe that the reforming process will really take place with our generation, the 20s through younger. We do believe that we will have some reformation results with those aged 30 through 50. It will be a little bit harder, but we definitely see results happening there. For those 50 and older, where our best bet is to inform and educate, because it's been such a long time that they've been dealing with these misogynistic ideas, and to reform them might not be might not be complete, but they'll definitely have that information and that guidance. So it'll kind of be a click where they see something happen, or they see themselves do something, and it's kind of like, oh shoot, yeah, that's wrong, I shouldn't have done that. But we see the reforming process happening from 40 under, with women, where their behaviors actually will change, and will change the behaviors of the next generation to come. Next question: what does it mean to be a queen, or to join the queendom? Woo. Okay, so that's big and small at the same time. Let's tackle, what does it mean to be a queen? To be a queen, we're actually discussing this on our IG page, but to be a queen is so many things. Each and every one of us are queens, so we're all gonna have our own definition of what a queen is. But here at Y.A.S.S, a queen is a woman who understands that she is not only royalty, but that she must act as such. It is a woman who is in tune with herself, and understands that she plays a big part in the way that the world works. And that the moment that she chooses to be, to take part in the world around her, she's already created change. And it means, to be a queen means to never forget your crown. It means to never, well, let me expand upon the never forget your crown. Um, your crown is a representation of the fact that you hold power within yourself, that you are amazing, that you can do whatever you want to do. And at times we forget our crowns at home. At times we let the world make us believe as women that we are commoners, and that's not true. We are queens, and so we have to purposely pick up that crown every day and remind ourselves that we're queens. To be a queen as well is to be there for other queens, to not berate, degrade, or belittle other queens. To be a queen is to be there for your people, to have your people's best interest in mind. And so, those are the main things that we embody for being a queen. But then beyond that, there's just so many other stuff that it means to be a queen. Like, for instance, for me, to be a queen means to rock sneakers just as hard as I rock heels. But it also means picking up my girls whenever they're falling, being there for my family. There's so many different things that it means to be a queen, but ultimately we want women to know that it means that you hold your head up high, that you know that you are royalty and that you will act as such, and that you will be there for other queens and that you will be there for your people. And ultimately that you know that anything you do impacts the world around you. And so that's what it means to be a queen. What does it mean to join the queendom? Well, it means to commit to those views. It means to commit to want to change some of the behavior that you have and to really embody what a queen is. It means to want to get to learn and understand other women whom you don't know. And it means to want to walk hand in hand with other women and say, you are someone special, and so am I. That's what it really means to join the queendom. Okay. Next question is, excuse me. How has my experience been since starting this journey? Oh my gosh, okay, it's been crazy. It's been from one thing to the next. I always tell people this was not an idea that came just like whoop from my mind. I definitely believe that it was something that God put on my heart, just because this has been 3 years in the making and we're finally doing it. 2 years ago, I had a different group of women that were working with me to get this started. And then finally, this year, this past, no, not this year, last year, fall 2019, I applied for an accelerator program. And I got in, and the company got in, and I got my own office, and I was able to do pitch competitions, and I was able to find mentors, and I was able to get a new team that I love so much, have a social media director, research and development director, a personal assistant. Like, it was crazy. And then to meet more women who were like, we would love to help you, to kind of spread the message. The mere fact that we're at 100 followers now, and we kind of just started our Instagram within like a couple months ago, it's been crazy. It is a fun and crazy experience. It is something that I love to do because something new happens every day. And I learn something new every day. Every time my research and development director comes to our meeting, she's like, oh my gosh, Tiana, I found out something new about us. And I'm like, oh my goodness, tell me. To see so many women want to be a part of the queendom and want to do better for not only themselves but for other women is just crazy. It's humbling, and it pushes me to do the work that I want to do. I will let you know pretty soon if if you follow our IG page, you guys will see behind the scenes of like me crying. I've had rough nights where pitch decks were gone and the pitch was the next morning and I had to create a pitch one whole night, like stayed up for one whole night, all while I was in college. So that was crazy. And I had bumps in the road where people had to leave the team and I was trying to figure out money, and it's crazy. It's a crazy but fun experience because it's something that I'm so passionate about and I legitimately would do anything for it. I actually created a reel on IG about that, and I said like I would stay up endless nights for Y.A.S. just because what we're planning on doing is so needed, and we've seen how many people are really interested and really want to change, and my team reminds me of that every day. They're constantly like, Tiana, I'm so happy to be a part of this. And on those days where I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm tired, I'm just done, I don't know what else to do, they're the ones who remind me that we're doing a good work. So that's how the experience has been. It is a roller coaster. How can viewers get involved or join the movement? Oh, this is my favorite part. Okay, so to all my queens, the way that you can join the movement right now, best way is to follow us on IG. We are Y.A.S.S.Queen, Queen, no dots in between them. Follow us, put your post notifications on. We are always doing something on there. We have events once every month. It's an online free event where we're on Zoom. We're talking about some topic. We talked about the mean girl stereotype. A couple days ago, we talked about women in activism and what that looks like. We talked about, what was last week? Last week was to hate my body is to hate your body. So we were talking about body image. We talked about so many different things, and we're actually planning on having a fun one this upcoming month, just to kind of celebrate our queens. And we'll be raffling off t-shirts that we've been in the process of making. So come on through, come and meet other queens. So you can definitely do that. We'll soon have a website up and open, so you'll be able to create a membership. To let everyone know, membership to be a part of the Queendom is free. We don't believe in charging women to be a part of the Queendom. That makes no sense to us, because you're a queen, you should be a part of the Queendom. The Queendom is our kingdom. It is where we reign, so no, we're not going to charge you for that. But pretty soon, once COVID subsides, our events, our retreats, stuff like that, that will be the only thing that you will have to pay for. But to become a member is totally free, so you'll have access to each and every one of our events that happens, because they'll be fully recorded and they'll be on there. The workshops, everything will be on there, so look out for that soon. But that's the way that you can mainly join. We also have a Facebook page that we're currently under construction right now, but if you're on Facebook, go ahead and look up You Are Someone Special, spelled exactly how you would spell it, and we're there as well. You can follow the page, like our stuff there as well. So those are the main ways that you can join, and I really do hope that you queens will join the Queendom, join the movement. We can't have a Queendom without you, and I hope, whether or not you join or not, that you know that you are a queen and that you are someone special, and that you will lift your head high, you will walk with your chest upright, and you will strut, because you are amazing, you are outstanding, and you are not a commoner. And if not anything else that you got from all this, is that you are a queen. You are one. Remind yourself daily, because to be a queen is to never give up on your crown. and to know that to be a queen, you have to fight to be a queen. To act like one, to think like one, to move like one, you have to fight to do that every day. Because it's not easy. Because to be a queen is a birthright. Yeah, you get that title. To act like one is a daily commitment. So, I love each and every one of you. Can't wait to see you guys join the Queendom. And once again, I want to thank How Rare so much for allowing me to do this. It's been a crazy ride, and I hope you guys will join us. And who knows what will become in the next 5 to 10 years. Thank you guys so much. Queen out.